The internet that most people use every day is only a small portion of what actually exists online. When we search for information, watch videos, or scroll through social media, we are using what is known as the surface web. This is a part of the internet that is indexed by search engines and can easily be accessed by anyone. Popular platforms like Google Search and YouTube exist in this layer. Surprisingly, the surface web makes up only a tiny fraction of the entire internet, roughly 5%. The rest of the internet exists beyond the reach of normal search engines, hidden from everyday browsing. Beneath the surface web lies a much larger section known as the deep web. The deep web contains pages and databases that are not indexed by search engines, mainly because they require login credentials or special permissions to access. This includes things like online banking systems, email accounts, medical records, academic databases, and company information. While the name might sound mysterious, the deep web is not illegal or dangerous. It simply contains private data that is meant to stay protected from public access. Within the deep web exists a smaller and far more secretive layer known as the dark web. The dark web cannot be accessed through regular browsers and requires special software designed to maintain anonymity. The most common tool used to access this hidden network is the Tor browser. Tor stands for the Onion Router, a system created to protect users' identities by routing their internet traffic through multiple encrypted servers around the world. This process is known as onion routing. Each server removes one layer of encryption before passing the data to the next server, making it extremely difficult for anyone to trace the origin of the connection. By the time the request reaches its final destination, the user's location and identity are nearly impossible to track. Websites on the dark web also look different from normal websites. Instead of familiar domain endings like .com or .org, they typically use the extension .onion. These addresses often appear as long strings of random letters and numbers and can only be accessed through the Tor network. Because of this system, many dark websites are temporary and frequently change or disappear. The network constantly shifts as new sites are created and others vanish. One most well-known aspect of the dark web is its underground marketplaces. These platforms allow users to buy and sell goods while remaining anonymous. Transactions are often conducted using cryptocurrencies, such as Bitcoin, which allow payments to occur without traditional banking systems. In the past, one of the most famous marketplaces operating on the dark web was Silk Road. This platform allowed anonymous users to trade goods and services until it was eventually shut down by international law enforcement authorities. However, even after major sites are closed, new marketplaces often emerge to replace them. Despite its dark reputation, the dark web is not entirely illegal or harmful. In fact, it was originally developed to help protect privacy and support freedom of communication. Journalists sometimes use it to communicate with confidential sources, and activists in countries with strict internet censorship use it to access information safely. The anonymity provided by the network can be a powerful tool for people who need protection from surveillance or political repression. However, the same anonymity that protects privacy can also attract criminal activity. The dark web has been associated with cybercrime, stolen data markets, illegal services, and hacking communities. Because identities are hidden behind layers of encryption, tracking down criminals operating on the network can be extremely difficult for law enforcement agencies. Even so, authorities around the world continue to monitor and investigate illegal activity taking place in these hidden parts of the internet. In the end, the dark web is not a completely separate internet, but rather a hidden network that exists within the larger structure of the web. It represents one of the most mysterious and misunderstood parts of the digital world. While the internet we use every day is only the visible tip of the iceberg, vast networks remain hidden below the surface, where privacy, secrecy, and risk all exist together. As technology continues to evolve, these hidden layers of the internet may become even more complex, leaving many questions about how the unseen parts of the web will shape the future of the digital world.